It's officially been 1 year since I was at the Bali Time Chamber. Here is the book that I began writing there, one of 6 books published, sold a few hundred copies already, and changed lives. And so today, I'm here to talk with you guys a little bit about my own experience inside the Bali Time Chamber and what I got out of staying there a month. It's been a full year, so I think we've got I've gained some ability to look back now to give accurate perspective of was it worth it, was it not worth it, what are the pros, what are the cons, and to share an honest review with you guys here about the entire experience. Let you guys know a little bit about me. My name is Patrick Bell. I run a business called Kingdom Health, to where I operate within personal training and reformation inside of churches. So I've got a team here in Dallas where we heal bodies, get people stronger, and see you walk in purpose. We train inside of the gym a lot with former athletes, regular people with knee injuries, low back injuries, shoulder injuries, whatever it might be, helping them to get back to do the things that they love. And then I also get the opportunity to go to churches. One of those, I got to go inside of a local Balinesian church while I was actually in the Bali Time Chamber and speak there and share a little bit on how we as believers can make a big shift inside of our health to really honor God and get a real perspective of what it looks like to take care of our bodies and what that means for our relationship with God and what it looks like for Jesus to have an intimate relationship with each of us and a unique plan for our health for each of us. So that's a little bit about what I do. And the reason I went to the Bali Time Chamber was because I had all these ideas inside of my head of what I wanted to do inside of Kingdom Health. I had these books and these classes that I was teaching inside of churches, and I wanted to be able to get an accurate picture of what does it look like to turn these classes that I teach inside of churches to where, I've got like 8 core classes that I teach in there, different things like fasting, biblical principles for taking control of your body, faith and vision, emotional eating and how to overcome it, how to listen to Holy Spirit and nutrition, prophetic fitness, so hearing God's voice and exercise, rest, so much more. And I wanted to be able to turn these classes that I teach into bite-sized books that people could read. Like this first book that I got out, Conquer Your Body, Biblical Principles for Taking Control of Your Health. It's available on Amazon. It's 56 pages, real thin. And I wanted it to be something that could, just take an hour to be able to digest for somebody, hour and a half, like a nice plane ride book. And the Bali Time Chamber was my way of actually getting out there to write these and to get those going. So when I saw, Nico start talking about the motion guy, I'm an ATG coach, so I knew him from the ATG world and the fitness side of things. And I went to the very first Bali Time Chamber ever in June of 2023, and it was a phenomenal experience. I really, really enjoyed it. I went there looking to get away for a month to get these books written. And I told myself I was going to write 6 books, and I wrote 5.5 while I was out there, 5 books while I was out there. Finished the last one, which was actually this first one. Once I got back home, I started it while over there, and then did the other 5 books, which are getting edited right now, getting ready for publication one by one. While I was there, it's kind of crazy, guys. Like I was writing, 10,000, 15,000 words a day, and I was finishing these books in 2 days, 3 days, a week, and just cranking these puppies out. And it was amazing. And so I personally, just like right off the cuff, I really enjoyed the Bali Time Chamber experience. It gave me that month of time to be able to get my books written out, but more importantly, it helped me really integrate as a man and understand a few things like friendship with other guys and how important that is. I built lifelong friendships with guys while I was out there. I had a buddy named Arun who came out there with me. That was amazing. If you can get a buddy to go with you, I think it makes it it's an enjoyable experience, but it's just really nice having a friend there that you already know. And so he came with me, met a lot of great people there from all over the world who, man, I still follow on Instagram to this day. I like to give them little updates on what's going on. I've got, friends in Ireland, friends in Canada, friends in France, friends in Hong Kong, friends in South Africa, some over there still in Bali. Made great relationships with the employees there too. So much so to where, I got invited to actually go to one of the few churches inside of Bali and speak and share on what I do inside of Kingdom Health while I was there. on one of the last Sundays. I think it was like second to last Sunday that I was there for the month. So just so amazing. Like the ability to just sit there with a guy and say, man, I don't quite know what I'm doing in my life. And for them to say, yep, that's cool. You thought about this? Or, hey man, I get it. I'm here with you. You've got the space and the time to figure out what's going on. And there was no need to fix problems, but there was plenty of solutions around, if that makes sense. I was able to sit in a lot of the junk and just think. You know, one of my favorite things about the Bali Time Chamber was I called them thinking days. You know, I wrote 6 books while I was there, got my first one published. The second one is in the editing process right now. And I probably only wrote 15, 16 days while I was there. The other half of the days, I just sat around running water like this by the waterfalls, got in the hot tub, you know, spent time with the guys, working out, training. I haven't even talked about the results I got training, which was absolutely insane. And I just thought, I talked to God, I sat there, observed the mountains and the forest. It was beautiful. It really was an amazing experience. And I learned just how valuable it is to not have to take action all the time. And in fact, you get a lot done just by sitting and thinking and reflecting and planning and talking to other guys. You know, this was a thing I used to skip. I used to think action, action, action was the way to go. And, you know, what the Time Chamber taught me is I got more done on the days that I did nothing than I did on the days that I tried to hustle and get everything done myself. Those days where I just sat and thought, those are the days that still have changed the way that I think today. So I'm really thankful for that. In terms of training, it's phenomenal. Trained about average 10 to 11 times a week. I went back and checked my training journal. I put on about 60 to 80 pounds on my back squat in 1 month. Went from like 265 to like 330. At 265, 275, 1 rep max to like 230, 235. So that was like 30 kilos, 35 kilos, something like that, which was phenomenal. As an American, I love training in kilos too. There's something just fun about that. But, you know, there's multiple world champion athletes around me. So that was really encouraging. There's a lot of just regular guys there too. So it was cool just being able to train with other guys, learn other people's philosophies. The once-a-week massages that you get while there are pretty awesome too. It's not necessarily a deep tissue massage, but it's more relaxing. I got to sleep, you know, 8-9 hours a night and just fully recover. Hot tub, cold plunge, sauna. My recovery was through the roof. I gained 15 pounds while there because the food is great. And I came back and did a body fat test and I put on about 8 pounds of skeletal muscle mass and lost 0.5% of body fat. I went from maybe 82 kilos to like 89 kilos before I left. 89, 90 kilos before I left. So like a 7-kilo jump. And there's about 15 pounds of mass. I went from, you know, 182, 183 pounds to about 197, 198, 199 when I got back. And that was all in 1 month. And some of this was muscle memory coming back, but it was really, really good just to be able to experience that rapid body transformation in that way too. So my body transformed phenomenally. I built friendships that, you know, last a lifetime. And from the seeds there, I got my freaking first book published. You know, it's been amazing. Definitely highly recommend the event there. I get asked probably once a week if it was worth it in my DMs on Instagram. I really, really enjoyed the experience. The employees were amazing. Nico's awesome. And it was just overall a really, really, really good experience. I think if you're a young man and you want to take some time to breathe and figure things out or get some work done, you know, it's a phenomenal place to go. Especially if you're in a transition point in your life and you're ready for the next level, but you kind of want to sit in the cocoon a little bit and get all the lessons before you move on to the next side. So it's a little bit of my own experience from it. I want to keep this video below 10 minutes just for digestibility. So I think this summarized everything. If you have questions on the experience, you can shoot me a message on Instagram, but couldn't recommend it enough. I really enjoyed it. Food was great. People were great. The work was great. The training was great. The nature was great. I loved it.